guys, and welcome to Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Today's reading is a general reading for the month of October 2020 for all of the signs. The way that I have done the videos, it's based on the number of views for like whatever the previous video was. So it happens to be the mid-monthly, so I just went down and did it by number of views. So that's the order that I'll be putting out the October general readings right in. And for the reading this time, I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. I'll be pulling oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, and also from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen. If I need to clarify, I have the Harmonious Tarot by Scarabeo. And just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. And also just a reminder, you can now join me on TikTok, so follow me there. I'm at Changing Phases Tarot. Like I said in my last video, I'm putting out different types of, obviously, shorter videos on TikTok. Lots of soulmate readings, life purpose readings, life path readings. So check me out there if you're interested. And just a big thank you to everybody, to new viewers, and to everybody who has been with me for a while. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm sending you lots of wonderful energy for the month of October. All right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see you, each of you, in a second for your video. Hi, Sagittarius. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. So as you can see, I've shuffled off camera and laid the spread, really just to save a little bit of time. All right, so let's jump into it. We have at the center of your spread the Five of Wands. Okay, and what can help or hinder that? The crossing card is the Four of Pentacles. So for some of you, there might be, a situation to do with your work, the work that you do, right? There could be an issue as well with finances. The Five of Wands is usually a card of conflict. But it's, it's disagreeing, but it's not like significant conflict. If you look at them, you see there are the two lions. They're just baring their teeth at each other. They're not really attacking each other. They're just trying to sort of scare the other one. And then the people, the three men behind, they're holding up their wands, but it's, it's more of a trying to intimidate. This is sometimes, trying to gain the alpha position. Sometimes a card comes out in a reading when, if you're within the workplace, you might be working on projects with different people. And this could be the, disagreeing, having the different opinions about things and not seeing eye to eye. It can also appear when you're going up against a lot of people for a new job. So this is you, trying to gain that alpha position, trying to come out on top. You want the job interview, you want the position ultimately to be offered to you. So there's, you going up against others. And the Four of Pentacles, it's sometimes referred to as the Miser card. It's earth energy, so it has to do with the tangible things here in the material realm. So the work that we do, the money that we earn, it's also material possessions. So things that we can buy, such as our home. It's also our home life. And on the, on the negative side, or the cautionary message with the Four of Pentacles is not to try to hold on to, you see how she's just clutching the coins, and not to try to hold on to it too tightly, because money, it needs to flow, right? It needs to have this sort of come and go type of energy surrounding it. Yes, obviously when we earn money, we need to try to, use the money to pay our bills, need to try to put some money aside for savings for when we need it, right? Because you never know when you might need it. But when you try to hold on to it that tightly, you run the risk of, making it become stagnant, and money needs to to flow, right? In order to become more abundant, to have more, you need to allow the money to come in. Be thankful, be grateful for that money, right? Appreciate the money that you're earning. Use it for whatever you need to use it for. But then, you know, obviously spend it. So you spend it on your bills, you spend it, you know, to buy things for yourself, for your family. And then you work hard and you earn more money. So there needs to be this flow with it. So with the two cards together, it does suggest that there's something to do with the work situation. There could be, you know, within the work situation, there could be a need for more money. If you're feeling this need to, you know, to hold on very tightly to your money, money might be a little tight. So there could be an issue with that at work. You might be trying to earn more money. You might be going out for a position that pays more money. And if this is the case, if you have gone or have been looking at positions, you do have here in the deep past, the Seven of Cups, which is, you know, oftentimes it is that card of looking at all the different choices, right? Sometimes when this comes up, for example, in a relationship reading, it usually is talking about doing the online dating, you know, looking at all of the different options out there, weighing up your options. But then because there are so many options, it's like you see how there's this holy grail floating close to her, but she doesn't even really focus on that because she's just, you know, she's looking at everything that all the other cups have to offer. It's kind of like when you're walking down the high street and you stop in front of a storefront and, you know, you're looking at all of the wonderful things in the store that you would like, and you're like, oh, I'd love to have that, or I'd like to buy that. But as long as you're just there kind of thinking, well, that would be nice, or what if I got that, or what if I did that, you're not actually choosing the one thing. So sometimes when the Seven of Cups card comes out, there's a need to focus your attention and focus on the one particular thing. So you could have been, you know, in a more career focused reading, this could have been you, does sit in the deep past, you going online, you know, looking on the job boards, weighing up your options, seeing what other jobs were out there that you would be qualified for, and then, you know, possibly putting your CV, your resume application out there for that position. And in the recent past, there's a walking away. So some of you might have, you know, gone with one of these options, applied for it, because you're not feeling emotionally, or you weren't feeling emotionally happy, satisfied, fulfilled at, you know, the place that you were working. Because the Eight of Cups, you can see that there are all the cups that have spilled out, right? At one point, each of those cups brought satisfaction, brought happiness to the woman, but now they no longer hold that same allure, that same, you know, enjoyment. And so she's turning her back and she's walking away. The Eight of Cups is one of the two transition cards in the tarot. Right? The Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, they speak of moving on. And even though, you know, she has her back turned to us, she's heading off down this path, she doesn't really know where she's going. And she also doesn't really know if where she's going is going to be necessarily better than where she's leaving. But she knows that she has to move on. Now it's the time for her to move on. So it does sit in the recent past. So for, you know, those of you who this message resonates with, you might have already made this decision to move on. Yeah. And what's crowning you is the Nine of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment, right? And it seems like this, you know, this uncertainty and the going up against other people and making this decision to move on, it's more towards the beginning of the month, because I feel that once you hit the, you know, middle of the month and then heading into the end of October, heading into November, things are really start picking up for you. And the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So this is wishing upon a star. You can see that she's blowing the fluff out into the universe, but it's not just about making a wish. It's about making the wish, but believing that it will come true. So believing that whatever this new thing is, whatever it is that you're wishing for, that it will happen, right? That there will be that emotional fulfillment. There will be whatever job it is that you're dreaming about having, you know, that it will happen for you. And it looks like it's going to happen very quickly, because in the near future you have the Eight of Wands. So this is fast-paced energy. This is news coming in. Sometimes this, represents that texting, the back and forth, the emailing, the quick, setting up the interview, hearing back from the interview, getting the job offer. It's very fast-paced energy. It can be news coming in from afar. This can be travel by air. This can be, an opportunity that's at a distance, even international, or just at a distance from where you're currently living. And this is you coming out on top, right? At the center of the spread, the Five of Wands, you were going up against the other people. This is you coming out victorious, right? Look at you. You're the one who really stood out. You're receiving accolades for a job well done. You're the one getting the job offer. So this is success here with the Six of Wands. And in your environment, you have the Five of Cups. So yeah, there's definitely this dissatisfaction, not really being fulfilled where you are, because the Five of Cups, though there is a cautionary message with the Five of Cups. You see how she's so focused on the Three Cups that have spilled out. So, so focused on kind of the disappointments, on what didn't work out, possibly in the last job, or, it didn't, maybe you'd hoped to get promoted, or you'd hoped to stay at that place for quite a long time, but then something happened. And so, it ended up not being just what you wanted. But you see there are two cups around her head there. So again, the two cups around that she's not even paying attention to. So there's, the message with the Five of Cups is to be careful not to miss out on opportunities, on things that are already around you, right? So she's missing out on the Two of Cups, which is like that beautiful soulmate relationship. So do pay attention to opportunities, around you. Maybe that it could be with people that you didn't necessarily expect. You might maybe talking to a friend. They might know of an opportunity for you that would be great, or it's that type of thing. Like don't be so focused on what didn't work out that you end up missing out on opportunities, on these two cups in the present. Your hopes and fears, you have Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. And the Hermit is, he's that sage, that spiritual figure. He goes off into the mountains alone to really reflect, right? To think about what is it that he wants, how are things going, on his current path, on this journey. He has that light guiding him. So he has that inner knowledge. He has that intuition, that spiritual, knowledge to guide him. But he's reflecting. He's thinking about his journey, about the next steps. And so I think that, you're hoping for this new path to be the right one for you. You're hoping that, that you're making the right decision, that you're heading in the right direction. Sometimes the Hermit, it's like there might be this delay, or just this, taking time out, but it's necessary for you to do that, right? You need that time to kind of figure things out, think about where you're heading. It's also associated with the sign of Virgo. So for some of you, there might be a Virgo who's playing an important role this month, or more towards the end of the month. But you end the month with the Nine of Pentacles. This is the, it's the self-reliant, self-sufficient card. It's the woman who's, look at her, she's created the type of life that she's always wished for herself. She has, the tens in the tarot are endings, culminations. She's nearly there. She's in the Nine of Pentacles. She doesn't need money from anybody else, right? She works hard. She's been able to create the type of life that she wants. Very luxurious. She has all of the material possessions, right? She has the home and the car, and just really everything that she's wanted, right? This is beautiful energy. So obviously the Nine of Pentacles is going to be different for everybody. Not everybody has the same goals in life, especially when it comes to, the type of work that you do, and whether this is working for a company or working for yourself. However you look at it, it's very positive, right? This is it's a card of financial stability and abundance. So it's a very good energy to have as you head into the next month. Now, the overall energy, the card that was at the bottom of the deck, you have Major Arcana number 12, the Hangman. This can be also associated with the sign of Pisces. So we did have Virgo here, possibly a Pisces. But it also speaks of taking the time out. And it's in order to gain some type of enlightenment, to see things from a different perspective. I mean, he could easily, you see how he's tied up in the tree there? He could easily just wriggle out of the ribbon that's tying him there. He's not even wearing a blindfold. He has just his arm across his eyes. So he could get out of that situation, but he doesn't, because he understands that it's important. If he were the right way up, he would not have the same view of the situation. He would not see things in the same way that he is doing by hanging upside down. So I need to see things from a different perspective. And interestingly, if we look underneath it, I was saying with the 9, it's nearly the 10. You have the 10 of Pentacles there. So yeah, I think that even though there might be some type of reflection and, you know, am I going the right way? You are. Look, you have the Hangman, 10 of Pentacles, and the Sun card. So the Sun is like the most positive card in the deck. It's a big yes card if you're looking for an answer. You have the, you know, progression from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10. So yeah, you are heading in the right direction. Definitely, right? This new path, you're heading where you need to be, right? This new job opportunity, however it works out for you, whether this is in a company or you just going into business for yourself, you're doing the right thing. Okay, so have you been looking for an answer? You have it. Okay, definitely you're heading the right way. All right, so we have the oracle cards from the Goddess Oracle deck. We have Kuan Yin, compassion, and it says release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. That's beautiful. And from the Sacred Traveler deck, we have staying focused. Hold the course. Okay, and let me put these here and let me read you the full description for each card. So the Goddess, let me do that one first. The Goddess Oracle. So Kuan Linn says, yeah, so just a little bit of information about this goddess. So Kuan Yin is the Eastern goddess, right? She hears all prayers, is the essence of purity, nurturing love, and gentle power. Kuan Yin is eligible for Buddhahood, but she's vowed to stay near Earth until all things are enlightened. So this youthful and beautiful goddess helps us feel compassion and mercy towards ourselves and others. She's also a protectress of women and children, and she awakens musical interests and abilities as well as psychic clairvoyance. And the message that goes with this card: gentleness is the strength behind true power, and it comes from feeding yourself with nourishing words, thoughts, deeds, intentions, and all forms of food. Shield yourself from harshness by placing an intention to attract only kind and gentle life lessons and relationships. Transform harshness into gentleness by refusing to see anything but the shining light that's within each person and situation. This intention begins with your relationship with yourself. Be very kind with yourself in all ways. Be happy, be kind, be sweet, but most of all, be true to you. And other meanings for the card: release guilt and shame for healing and transmutation. Keep your thoughts about yourself and others positive. Avoid gossip and bad-mouthing of yourself or others. Forgive yourself or another. Don't be too hard on yourself or others. And release perfectionistic tendencies. Yeah, that's easier said than done, right? All of those are very good things to work on and focus on, but not always that easy. So very good messages, right? To things to work on during the month. Okay, staying focused, the other card says, let me just find it. It says, be clear about where you're going. Do not compromise. Follow your dreams. You deserve the best. Prioritize your life. Once you decide on a direction, hold the course. Do not veer. Do what's important and release the rest. Place your intent and passion on one thing rather than scattering in many directions, and you will be successful. Yeah, and that's, just to interrupt here, that's really what was going on with the Seven of Cups, right? Where I was saying about it's all about focusing. As long as you're not focusing on one particular thing, you're kind of all over the place with the Seven of Cups. So yeah, focusing on one in one direction. Okay, so the sacred traveler wants you to know, on the path, it's easy for the traveler to be distracted by people, events, and even shiny objects. Do not take any side roads. Stay the course. Keep going no matter what emerges in your path that distracts you. It's easy to get lost and forget where you're heading. Recommit yourself to your destination. What you focus on is what you create. So put your attention on what is worthwhile, beautiful, and inspiring. Refrain from focusing on what's not working. Only focus on the direction you want to go. Which again is very similar to what I was saying with the Five of Cups, right? Don't focus on the disappointments, on what hasn't worked. Focus on what you have, the opportunities. Focus on, what you have around you. So it's very interesting. I love how when the oracle cards, they really complement and tie in perfectly with the reading of the main spread. So I do hope that the messages have helped you, Sagittarius. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful October. Bye for now.